It's Colleen, and I am back, and I'm going to read one of the favorite books of the children in my Owl Room classroom. It's called Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. The art is by James Dean, the creator of Pete the Cat, and the story is by Eric Litwin. Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. Oh, look at all those buttons. That's a lot of buttons. Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. Here's the dedication page. It says, to Trey and Destiny, always be honest, give more than you take, and follow your dreams. And then it says, to Zelda Litwin, my mother, whose creative spirit nurtured my imagination. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with four big, colorful, round, and groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much that he sang this song. My buttons, my four groovy buttons. My buttons, my four groovy buttons. See, he has four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left on his shirt? 1, 2, 3. 3. There's the numeral 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Another way you can say that is if you have 4 and take away 1, there are 3 left. There he is. 1, 2, 3. You can see this book got ripped and we had to tape it back together. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. He's going to sing about 3 this time. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1, 2. 2. The numeral 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. There's only 1 left. 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no. The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. There are 0 buttons left. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? What do you think he saw? Do you remember? His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. And he says, it's all good. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. This But Paige says, buttons come and buttons go. There's his 4 buttons that fell off his shirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the end of Pete the cat and his 4 groovy buttons.